Hey guys, it's Darius Lee Francis with Darius Lee Francis Design Services, and today we're going to do a DIY with store-bought flowers of a beautiful arrangement for springtime. Let's get started. Now let's talk about some of the fundamental things that we need to get started with our arranging. The first thing I like to have on my list is a glass of whatever you like. It could be coffee, tea. For me, it's some rosé. I think doing floral arrangements is really fun for me and therapeutic, and so it's a great way to add some relaxation to this process. So let's talk about some flowers that we have here today. I like to keep my flowers in 1s, 3s, 5s, and 7s, and so what that refers to is the amount of stems, usually not for fillers, but for the actual stems of flowers. And so today we have some palms, which are these white flowers here, multiple that come on a stem. I also have one large hydrangea, quite large hydrangea here that we'll include in our arrangement. Have some baby's breath, some assorted greenery, and then we also have some roses that we'll be using in this arrangement today. Some other things that I want to talk about are some more things that you might need, which would be a set of shears. I have a pair of sharp shears here for cutting our flowers, and I also have another pair a little stronger for those thicker branches. I also use the Design School's book. It has a lot of things in here about mechanics for floral arranging. It has a lot of things in here about different types of flowers and different ways in which you can treat your flowers. So I really highly do recommend this book, and it's by the Florist Review. So the technique that we're going to use today is what I like to call bouqueting it and then putting it in the vase, you know what I'm saying? But what we're actually going to do is we're going to put our bouquet together in the ways in which we think it looks great. And it really is up to you because you're the designer. So you're going to take your flowers, put them together, always making sure to cut your stems on an angle. It's very key so that they can drink in the water. You're also going to want to make sure you take your flower and measure it up against the vase to make sure that you're not cutting your stems too short. So once we get our bouquet put together, that it can sit above the vase line. Okay? Let's get started. And what you all see me doing here is taking off all of the extra foliage on the plants. And foliage is really just those leaves down there. You don't want any leaves in your water because it'll actually make the plants die a little faster. So make sure you take off any leaves below the top part of the stems. See what I have here? Any extra leaves, remove those. Okay, and once you get a design that you're thinking that you like, for me, I wanted to have lots of floral, making this floral around the hydrangea, making the hydrangea a focal point with some greenery in the background. And now that I'm looking at it, I think I might want to add a little bit more of the palms in the front just for the design that I'm going for. All right, Now I've got the design that I'm looking for, and like I mentioned before, we're gonna wanna make sure that we cut all of our stems on the same angle. But before I do that, you get a rubber band, any rubber band that you might have in your home, and I'm gonna bind these together. To hold that arrangement in place, okay? Then what you'll want to do is take your shears and measure up against the top, so there's going to be plenty of space here, but you're going to want to measure and see where you need to cut, making sure that you never cut at a joint. You can see here that there's a joint there. Plants cannot drink from a joint, so you always want to cut a little bit above or below that joint. Making sure that you're getting them all on an angle as much as possible. Ooh, we got some popping out over there. All right, now you got your stems where you want them to be. Pull those together, make sure that your rubber band is secure and as high as possible. Making sure to remove any extra foliage that might get dipped down into the water. Well, first, you gotta take a glass sip of your rosé, okay? Won't you do it? And then you go ahead and put your flowers in your vase. All right, now that you all have gotten your beautiful bouquets put together, I wanted to give you all one final look at this one. The different textures and flowers, and it smells amazing. And so one of my final steps that I like to do is Floral Life has a few different supplies that they sell. And so I like to use this, and it basically, you spray it over the flowers and it elongates their life by locking in moisture. And so what I like to do is just to give it a few sprays to lock in that moisture, okay? And I also wanted to mention that I use the Floral Life Crystal Clear Floral Food, and I just put in about a teaspoon into the vase, and so that also elongates their life. You also might see that there's a package of floral food that comes with your flowers from the store. One packet will do, and then keep the rest of them in your kitchen cabinet for other times that you might not have any floral food. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope this was helpful. I hope you got some beautiful flowers for your table or your living room for springtime. See you soon. Hey, it's Darius with Darius Lee Francis Design Services. I wanted to take a moment to let you all know what we'll be doing on the channel. We'll be doing seasonal and holiday floral arranging. We'll also be doing some floral design and floral technique 101. And then we'll also be doing some faux floral design so that you can have some forever floral in your home. Please let me know if there's anything that you want to see specifically on our channel, or a specific flower that you want to be worked with, because I can make that happen. Like, subscribe, comment, and let me know how I'm doing. Cheers.